Hey everyone, it's technology expert Burton Kelso here with another tech tip to help you get the most out of the technology in your life. Today we're talking about clean how to clean up your computer, or this is a great time because January is National Clean Out Your Computer Month. Another holiday I know, but there's tons of them out there. But like a lot of tech holidays, there is an importance to making sure that your computer and your devices are clean. I know that kind of sounds like an outdated concept, especially in this day and age where many of you aren't using computers in order to keep your stuff well, what's the word that I'm looking for? To keep connected to the internet. I think that's the word that I'm looking for. And also, not many of you are using computers to update devices and things of that nature. So, why should we clean up our devices? Well, truth be told, it's more of an aspect of having peace of mind when it comes to your devices. Not necessarily the aspect in the old days when you had to clean up your computer and other devices to prevent those devices from slowing down. Now, in this day and age that we're in, solid state technology in both laptops, desktops, and mobile devices such as smartphones and tablets makes most devices run fine, even if they're up to or filled up to the brim with files. That's a good thing. But you need to eliminate some of that chaos in your life, even if you're using gaming systems to utilize or play with tech. You've got to clean that stuff up. Another thing is storage. Even though we have devices with a lot of storage, is sometimes hard to get. So cleaning up those devices can help you store more files and possibly save that stuff to the cloud. Which gets me to one of the first tips that you need to do before you start cleaning up any device, and that is backing up your stuff. Now, in our current digital age, you always have options of using devices such as flash drives and external hard drives, but it really doesn't make any sense anymore. Your USB drives or hard drives and your flash drives are more considered temporary devices just to move information from one device to the other. So, if you are getting a new computer, then you could use an external hard drive to transfer information from one device to another. Same thing with the USB flash drive. If you're moving information from one computer to another or one device to another, that's what you want to use it for. It's just transfer. Gone are the days of using these items as backup. Now, you can with laptop and desktop computers when it comes to backing up your stuff on a regular basis, because you should have multiple forms of backup of those items, the cloud and local, just in case catastrophe strikes. But overall, especially when it comes to your mobile devices, you need to enable automatic cloud backup and make sure that your stuff is backing up 24/7. So if you haven't backed up for a while, now's the time that you want to make a backup of your stuff before you start cleaning up those items. So where do you start after you back up? Well, the first thing you want to work on are files on your laptop, desktop, smartphone, and tablet. For Windows and Macintosh users, Apple and Microsoft has made this job simple. There are folders that are used to, or that can be used to assign places for your specific files. And I'm trying to bring up an example so that you know what the heck I'm talking about. And I think this would be, well, let's go and look at something a little bit different. All right, let me share this screen. So you can tell from the example that I have, you can see, other than what the realtors need to know, you can actually see that Windows and Macs, you can't see a Mac, but it's the same file layout, have where you can store your stuff. For example, if you have photos, you want to store them under pictures. Videos under videos. Music, the same thing, although most people aren't storing music anymore. They're streaming off of the internet. Same thing goes for documents, your downloads. But one folder that you probably shouldn't share stuff in is your desktop. And as you can see, if I click on mine, it is cluttered. That's a lot of stuff. So anyway, the reason you don't want to store files on your desktop is because it could possibly slow down your Windows or Macintosh computer. Now, if you've got a solid state hard drive in your Windows or Macintosh computer, this may not be a factor, but it is a good habit to get into, is to get stuff off of your desktop of your Windows and Mac computers and store them in the proper file folders. Definitely will help you find files when you're looking for a specific item. If you leave them all scattered, it won't slow down your device, but it definitely can cause a little bit of stress when you're looking for a particular file. And if you store them in their proper folders, when it comes time to download that backup or copy files from an old computer to a new computer, all of your stuff will be placed in the proper folders and you won't have to worry about duplicates or finding those files. Let's talk about email, because that should be the next thing that you're trying to declutter. And man, if you saw my inbox, you would be like, Burton, why don't you clean that stuff up? Emails, you should probably keep at least 2 years worth, or maybe only a year's worth of email. But for the rest of that, clean up that clutter. Or what you can do, especially if you have a web-based email solution such as, and you're going to laugh, AOL, Yahoo, or even Google or Proton Mail, create individual folders where that stuff can be stored so that if you need a specific email on the subject, you can go directly to the folder, find the email with the information that you want to access. Makes it simple, huh? But yeah, there's no need to keep years of emails anymore, because it just doesn't make any sense. Next is, and it doesn't really apply to smartphones because there's really no keyboard for a smartphone, but you need to take a can of compressed air every now and then and clean those crumbs out of your keyboard. Now, I think my keyboard's in pretty good condition, so you don't necessarily have to worry about the crumbs and all that other stuff in mine. And as you can see, there are no strings attached to me, Mr. Keyboard, but you need to clean it out on your laptop and your desktop keyboard. Just clean all those crumbs out because they can cause havoc, especially if you're using a laptop computer. Gunk and junk in your laptop computer can cause issues, and as you know, or should know, a laptop keyboard is not easily replaced as a desktop keyboard. So keep that in mind when it comes to cleaning out your computer with compressed air. The other thing that you need to consider too is, at least on, well, I can't say on modern desktops or laptops anymore, you should clean out the cobwebs on those devices. But the way that complicated Windows, Mac laptops, and your Macintosh, iMac, or Windows computer, you might want to call a professional to handle those, because in our current world, tech devices are pretty hard to take apart. It's unlike when National Clean Up Your Computer Day month was created 22 years ago. You could definitely easily get into your Windows or Macintosh computer, take compressed air and blow dust out of there. So you might consider it, but leave that up to a professional when it comes to those devices. Now, another thing on the list would be to wipe down those devices. And I know many of you, especially with the wet wipes or the Windex wipes, are tempted to just grab one of those devices or cloths. I don't know if you can call that a device. It's a rag. It's a wet rag. It's Windex. So let's just call it a rag. You don't want to use those on any of your technology devices because you could ruin them, especially the screens if you're using like Windex wipes, and it seems like the thing to do because Windex is the clear clear. The cure all. Let me get that right. Cure all for everything. I don't know why I'm stumbling over words today, but consider using a microfiber cloth and water mixed with, and I always have a problem with this word, isopropyl. I think I actually said it right. Alcohol, at least 70% isopropyl alcohol mixture with water to properly disinfect and clean your devices. If you use anything else to clean your tech devices, and I'm even including smartphones in this mix, to make sure that you don't ruin the screens on those devices or the outer covers. Because if you use those types of cleaning devices, there I go again, we'll just stick with devices, on your on your smartphone or tablet, you could ruin them and void the warranty. Now, finally, when we're talking about cleaning up your computer, it's a good time to address getting rid of those old tech devices. So if you've got a drawer or basement or closet full of old tech, get rid of it. Trust me, they're not coming back at all, ever. BlackBerry, old iPhones, you can keep them for the sake of nostalgia, but don't think they're going to roll around and be popular again where you can use them. The time is to get rid of them and either do the following: list them on Facebook Marketplace, take them to your favorite recycle center, or regift them to kids or relatives. But before you do that, it's very important that you take a moment and reset those devices back to factory defaults to wipe out all of your precious data, especially if your device is going to a recycling center or Goodwill or wherever. You want to make sure that the next person getting a hold of that device isn't able to find your old information and possibly use it against you. So keep that in mind and make sure that you're being safe when you recycle your old tech. So with that said, if you've got comments or questions, leave them in the comments section below. Would love to hear from you to find out what things or what ways you celebrate clean out your computer day. Now, with every video, I always ask to please comment, like, or even share this video with your family and friends, because I know that you know somebody out there that needs some help with their technology. Don't you? So my job is to open you all up to a world of new ideas and experiences with your tech devices. I love technology. I've read all the manuals, and I'm serious about making technology fun, safe, and easy to use for everyone. So take care of yourself and do many things to make you smile. And thanks for watching.